Jumedi enene enyume yatenasia yede ebrem free samre kopin se nondu ebebo ena enei oman Ghana mu ensem ena yatenasia yebedi eho enkomo ewo kasa fidie enso eso na ene ensem no edoso na ebinya daje na yawurum na yedi ho enkomo yi se de wosi yedi no pepepe ama bibia nso etimi akọ wano ne toti enso ede ama yen enso na sei ena ensem no etie yebehyasie from enra ena the two glory or glamorous political parties wo Ghana ha MPP ena NDC bomo Frank Tufo ekopiem ewo electoral commission womo baby omwo enomko file omo nominations. After the filing of the nominations, Enra Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ene na bedi echire ene won hokafo ene party mpanyifo ne bi ene kopiem ewo yisi office by 8:30 pepepe na chese womo eduru ho na chese bibia nso ekoye enso ede ama womo ewo na owie yode nsema hodo etudwa yebekwa akotie bi na afei Owura Johnson Esiedu Nketia enso eneko file emma the presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency the former President John Dramani Mahama ono so wieye ede ensem ahodo enso etudwa yebesan ahwe wale city no ene ya yekasei incumbent MP ewo ho eye honorable Areba Abudu say watwe no ho ede free race no emu na eno so yede ho nsem ebebrɛw ewo dwumadi enso eso owieye no the General Secretary of the MPP Yonra Justin Frimpong Kudua enso ede nsem aba betudwa ene basabasa ekɔ waka ho nsem yede ho nsem ebebrɛw enso ewo dwumadi enso eso ene sawejafo betenase a yebehwe the filing of the nomination yewia ni abomodin na yabomo asuko ni ahwe ensem titru a mpanyifo mienu no ekasa wa ase no ba ko kasa wa party office meka MPP Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia kasa wa party office ena Johnson Esiedu Nketia enso ekasa kire ni party for emmo some directives directives ene the former president Edna no aba betumu bi yebekɔ aba ne yedi nkomo ede afa ho yewia yebewuram na yahwe ene party no emienu wɔn manifesto no yebe epeke an aspect of the manifesto mame emfanto dwa se yehwe job creation because ene emebunu no na esu se adwuma ho ayedin ede ama womo ti free sabria kopen se non du ebebode ene yen entenase wo message awada roma now they are 0537 333 933 0537 333 933 yasabeka na yakenkan ewo dwumadie so ama medin ede Kwabena Owusu Dankwah yakaso dwumadie no nyina akua PSC asarebedi akon ena ahyehya yede ebremu enei mayenhyase emfa emfree aye honorable Areba Abudu ho wachokrata ede aba se watwe no ho in the interest of the party tiyanko ne yanko tiensem na ode tudwa no ebiewia the General Secretary enso ekasaye eno so yade eho ensem no enso ebepremu tiyanko ne ntie Areba Abudu ensem ode tudwa
yesterday this evening. I think you know what is happening in Walwale constituency following the inconclusive of yesterday's promise or rerun. Now the EC was not able to declare a winner. So based on that, I've decided that I want to step down and will not go contest the seat again. I'm doing this for the sake of the greater New Patriotic Party and Walwale constituency. I'm doing this for the sake of unity, peace, love for the constituency. And I also want to urge the President and Vice President that I'm doing this for their sake. So I want to thank each and every one of you for always standing by me and always supporting me. I'm very happy, and I want to encourage each and everyone to take peace as a stepping stone and let us all come together, fight and win this seat for Ghana. I'm very happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Ti we Lareba Abudu some of the two edwa obekaya na no kwesiara na mko by election because courts e dey betu dwa say elections no mo flawed enti almost sign ehye so ma nullify no mo kotena se koto aba na kwesiada no snatching of ballot boxes and then nkron ba man sam no kopiem e police station we as na electoral commission say ballot papers ni bi no asay enti omuntimi and declare say we na win and as hwan and na win eno enema honorable within sama betudwa me anko ne the general secretary of the party Yenra Justin Frimpong Kodua in some waka fa womo ayacho mu Edomako police station ho
Ibia apostle prefer ordinary disem eto Ghana for them enra na so need say elections apostle Walwale MPP internal elections ni every say na high court I watermali ashe say abaye to no Walwale yes akoto no fofo bibia akona so mbiem ebre do say ye be kan aban ana penche because wo you know Ghana Police Service edi gyina mu ehwe say basabasa bi ankoso na sisi ye no kase no ye ja bibia ma Ghana Police Service say omonhwe na de omo ye no ma ye tutu asema ama abato na repair no omo ema mra na akon indi no MPP e party e be hyebo akase ye nya bibia e be twen Ghana Police Service mu amo ye na akonachi etosu bi enso so na me bo achina National Executive Committee kuwa ehwe parliamentary abato OMP mo behia no musia yebetie ensema stakeholders a omo call elections no e de ba to ye any no ma esi wo any reporter elections committee no any members ne bebre no yetie ni nyawia na ya take decision e wo ko yenim se ifia da ye nim no electoral commission ebe close nomination no obia ntimi sanko valley we are mindful of that time the kwakwa ne se mesre party fo nyina ne Ghana obia wotie nyina se asem no asi Walwale na ade a party no so enye ye fe we say MPP party no ya bakosem ni yesu nyina a kire se ye party adi kamameka bitum ye party a ye ma mra eye aduma nti bibia si bia no enye ade e be so na omo bebo asem bia no party na no eno.
All right, we the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Frimpong Kodua, and Ode and some etudwa. Ma yenko na fi yenhwe enra and the New Patriotic Party, led by the flag bearer, and then omo kan ho bi the running mate, omoni omoyerenom, the chairman of the party, and in Penfo Hudo Kopim or the Electoral Commission, one more baby a on crying, echo file nominations. Young corner for young summer a course, and after that, in summer, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Eddie Tuga.
It is clear, and our opponents a year ago seemed very confident. But today, rather than being confident, they seem very angry as they see themselves losing this election. Let me give you an analogy. A driver was to take a bus from Accra to Paga And he got into the bus, and before he reached in Sawam, he broke down completely. He did not even have enough money to have chalk in schools. Teacher training allowances were cancelled. Nursing training allowances were cancelled. We had to live in Dumsor for 4 years. The National Health Insurance Scheme was collapsing. National Ambulance Scheme collapsed. We had a banking system which was in crisis. He told us he wasn't a magician to create jobs. We went to the election and we decided as a people to get rid of this bad driver. And we brought in a new driver along with his driver's mate. Nana Akufo-Addo came with Bawumia. And we got into the bus just before in Sawam to head to Paga. We moved very quickly and everything has gone reasonably well. We faced storms along the way, but we have managed to get the bus from all the way from before in Sawam to Wale Wale.
We are the presidential candidate for the New Patriotic Party, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Mahmudu Bawumia, and Otin Nkano. Afi mienko na yenkotie the party chairman for the National Democratic Congress, Yenra Johnson Adwenkyere, after the filing of nomination for the presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama.
If they don't comply, what will you do? This is your answer. On the 17th of this month, the NDC is embarking on a massive nationwide demonstration in all 16 regional capitals. Descend on the Electoral Commission offices, and we in Accra will descend to the headquarters and present further petitions as to why we think that they should conduct themselves in a manner that will guarantee peaceful, free, and fair elections. I hope you will be with us, you will follow us, and that takes us to. Thank you very much, and may God bless us. Those of you.
We are the party chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Adwenkyere. Okasa nsemi yai na the flag bearer enam aye sampa onoso etu sisudia se nyame ya aduma 17th enena wotwe pepepe NDC fo nyina NTC Montenso na omonko aye EC offices na omon forso omonye nieye sebe ye benya peaceful fair elections and also ye the free honoma buy right my uncle Ghana Bar Association a conference Kumasi KNUST na ho na omoto suffering paying for who do be say omomra na omni nyina meka mum na omo en twatwa adwene emfa Ghana ho Penfoni bi Nana Dankwah Akufo-Addo ye mampani emma Ghana ono ani mu no lawyer na opie ho no de nsama hodo bebre de atudwa yanko ne nsem ne bi ebi fa free SHS ho ebi fa corruption ho ene nkrone ba hodo bebre yanko ne nsem ne bi a Nana Dankwah Akufo-Addo de tudwa
Association during those turbulent times stood as a bastion of resistance to authoritarian rule. We were the voice of the voiceless, the defenders of the oppressed, and the guardians of the rule of law. Those were challenging times, but they were also times that tested and reaffirmed our resolve to the ideals of democracy. As a lawyer, I had the honor of representing clients from all walks of life. those who had been wronged by the state, those who saw justice in a system that often seemed stacked against them, and those who simply needed someone to stand up for their rights. It was in the courtrooms that I honed my skills as an advocate, but more importantly, it was there that I deepened my understanding of the critical role that the law plays in safeguarding our freedoms. The ground has always informed my approach to governance. I have sought to bring the discipline, rigor, and fairness of the legal profession into public service. As president, I've worked to ensure that the principles of justice, transparency, and accountability are not just mere words, but are in fact embedded in the fabric of our governance structures. As I prepare to hand over the reins of national leadership, it is appropriate time to reflect on the journey we have traveled together over the past 7.5 years. My presidency, in many ways, has been an extension of my legal career, a continuation of my devotion to the rule of law and the protection of the rights of all Ghanaians. One of my first acts as president was to ensure the independence of the judiciary. A strong, independent judiciary is the cornerstone of any democracy. It is the institution that Ghanaians turn to in times of dispute, and it should be above reproach. During my tenure, we have worked tirelessly to strengthen the judiciary, ensuring that it has the resources, the independence, and the integrity to fulfill its mandate. We've introduced electronic filing systems, reducing reliance on paper-based documentation, and streamlining the judicial process. This initiative has not only expedited the handling of cases, but has also enhanced transparency and accountability within the legal system. Lawyers and litigants can now file their documentation online, access case information, and receive updates on their cases in real time.
President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Dankwah Ekufuado mpanyinfo ahodo bebree enso ekasa wo dwumadie no ase lawyer Yaw Echampo Boafo ona a president of the Ghana Bar Association ono edinsem ahodo etudwa kansem fa a free suggestion ho ene ne nkro ne ba ne nyina bet eno de yemfa eno enkonko na enei nyame ayamadom menya Raphael Oseiusu ono oko Atwumanwo Beja North MPP on Totrofo eno no ono ewaha sanso ena the almighty Kwame Owusu Patrick, Director of Students Affairs and Elections, Ashanti Region, NDC, Wanonso Ewaha. Kwaba.
Enua.
Kwaba. How you so?
Ya just say.
Ah.
No be more Kwaba.
Also what is Kwaba?
Yeah. Now no obi birthday. Time is that. Happy birthday. Yeah, we don't say I just say it was too
same to you.
Happy birthday. Yeah, just say happy birthday. Just say.
Many happy returns.
Many happy returns.
We don't can't same to you.
Yeah, Kwame. Anyway, bro, your friend come on to training show. So message afafa 0537 333 933 0537 333 933. We Adwenkyere enye entokwa. Enti me say from the filing of nominations by the two candidates, one all by himself and then flanked by some important personalities at our party, the other done by the party chairman. After that, no, now we are in summer afternoon at the two edra. Kwam, Mamisha said, no, Mamisha said very rough. Na memra kwam ho. Raf, Say the jebo when you file we.
Yeah,
say the until on here. Your trap was Friday won't. Yeah, I say bia and some beba. Let's talk about it.
Kentia, I say for near her phone. Teacher ne Achman will be a journal for Enra. Yeah, PC. Frank Yabua. You're born in Chidom, Emma, on also Echo File, Ewo Barricade. She said, baby, I had drawn it. All hands on deck. And your piece in Kwajuma, a union Ajuma. Say, open say will justify your inclusion. I always say this, but will justify your inclusion in the next polling station elections. This is an opportunity for you to justify your inclusion. Until you know, you say 5. Say yes, the 15 abeka home. Certain way no also share the entire your polling station executive. And he said your plan next year no. Electoral area house to house no. Coordinator Boma, everybody should be present. So the be a house to house no ebe koso na. The messenger deno. Ebe koso wa ton Ghana for. So say ebe to abanewi December 7th. Enra was one of the greatest times in the annals of your party. So for the first time in the history of the party, you will be a Sabininchi free assume as a flag bearer. Now, honestly, you are, even though you're dear, but what makes you a candidate is when you submit your nomination forms. Now, if you easy go through and say there's no problem, it's then that you become a candidate. And now, significantly, from there they went to the national headquarters. Now, a campaign chairman, Dambuchi. Now he was on stage. Kwabena Owusu Japan was on stage. Your former national chairman, Freddie Blay, was on stage. And Intim was on stage. Significantly, the NA Patron in said, we have had the general secretary in your position or the Barbem. In your general secretary, you were Bema or some retaining. Near what chairman and your position or the by. Now, chairman, I know what you were Bema or mere retaining. Now everybody is coming on board. Now the rich experiences that they have. Oma Kabum said they be maintaining power. Now in your pa, at the some Ghana, mine, you be koso aye. As soon as when the flag bearer had the opportunity, I say, Ghana for Yanka see a real. But these are our records. This is the data. NDC for some say Muba Bemu, this Fourth Republic, who come out binding in Abuma, so you can't do in Abuma. Bring your data. Let's also bring our data. Now, Yamagana for who dear yaye, and the dear Monsmaye. Then the Ghanaian voter will decide dear Madame to me mana. Obeto aswamem puntu juma amagana akwenenim. Then we had the opportunity for NDC so a year era Adwenkyere to also go and far. And also finally we know the Okacha Ghana for an say 17th September. NDC for the whole Ghana, all the 16 regions, a mobile demonstration. So clearly the distinction is there.
What is the distinction?
The distinction is that someone is continuing preaching his message. Then by console there, and I'm say loose Esther at him. He start oh Charlie I'm here Lusu into Lusu and all the question.
The concerns not raising to you and yet genuine or only genuine concern.
No.
Say they are pressing home for their demands.
No, you see, you have the right to press home for your demands. Me can't there be said there's no perfect system. Institutions never honor the actors of the institutions and the system near perfect. And when there's challenges, actors no, and a boa na aye perfect. You start say Fourth Republic, your voter ID card, na tampon print. Intinye nipa anim kwa na ho ofu. We went through. You saw a pig ballot box. It will move soon. It's one or more. You don't even see what is in. We went through that stage. Ya ba bedru biometric. You must say okay. When was the last time I would say yeah kotwapa? I will be quiet or see me deem and what percentage do they constitute? So call until now say the way you decentralize your electoral system. Oko now even your voter ID card they go through and allow you to. Oko ni enhumpa there's a written one and no the registration always then they go through. When people are able to ascertain, say, oh really, this guy Otia, they allow you to vote. Into the NSC. You had the opportunity to present the nomination form to the EC. EC to what? Tell her the challenges that you are facing.
So
what next?
Still,
what next after the demonstration? Satisfied.
Because
EC is working with law.
Questions. BVD machines na ayirambesi na omo ayechi omo montehi emfa ho na afei omo hu say voter electoral rule make a voter register no a lot of discrepancies ewom niam mu enna ho fine enti omo de so omo beto mo yema ye former forensic auditor na audit.
Okay, you agro na eba ofie na odiam de kase me koshia no. The issue is that easy on your police. So BB you report to the police. If it's criminality, it's a police that's going to deal with the criminal.
They are looking at the circumstances of also, you're right. So almost say under the watch of the EC or a surveillance or no check aside and still an eminent to me.
I'm patcho what to say yachi any paba.
Yes, I want someone.
Yeah. So obviously, the police are working. Okay, so keke so person ye wadwuma ye. After jam ye hu you. Elections are won at the polling station. Yeah. You see, Ghana baby I yet me nyame adoma me abedru no. Now, when you go to the polling station, before you go there, me ne Kwame Owusu nyina ye beko polling station ho no, ne you register. You oni pa dodo a ya register mo. Ballot sheet a dodo a ebeba. Ye wia ye hu ballot dodo a ye issue ye. De ye issue ni atie film ni hu de nyan. Oba me constituency for instance, Atman will be a Janoff. You're 150 polling stations. So at the end of the day, your coalition center one more. We are looking at 150 pin sheets. Now, polling station one more. Ye wia results no. Ye ma obia party bia no obia or we registered no. Ye man copy. So I send 150 to the coalition center to make sure it tallies with what Etuya and Sukra. And don't forget, Yeria, you signed to it. So at the end of the day, a pink sheet back because almost some my zeno near more be a copy. So Ashanti Regional, I have 47 pink sheets. Is it difficult for a party that want to win power to manage this? I don't see. You see, if you bastardize the institutions, NDC, EC, I'm an NPP, I be winning power. So the first said the EC, the current EC, was appointed by Nanado's government. That don't mean automatically MPP be winning power. But you see, one way, the more who bastardize those institutions, no. To be honest with you, your political party, among your same, won't call phobia. Dear Etuya Bekano, they take it as the gospel truth. It calls for unnecessary reactions. It is a chairman Bekase. There are some people who are listening, and the unfortunate thing is that they may act when there's no need for them to act. It is out the air customer. It does not make any sense. It does not change anything. Okay. Sir, Obekase, Maka. In any case, Muka said there are some discrepancies with Western region. It was a central region. EC came out, admitted, said, these were the challenges, these were the problems. Eduma, exhibition. How many days? How do you say for register? Exhibition you almost say almost free. Na whole. And some near the parties. The way I end this if we are sure say before see a bear exhibition no. You had register no more. Now you re-exhibition. Near because these are the changes almost came. So why don't you wait? Let's give you the full register when the additions are a bare muno BBR. Then if you go through, we sit together, we go through, and if there's a need for us to do that. But the process, a real process, no. Meanwhile, you are calling for another thing to be done. I don't see why this try.
What did Dr. Manebo Amakanya? Or say some of the errors are deliberate errors, all aimed at helping one political party say obeying power.
You see, I'm not surprised because even within their own party, someone says he was not able to even manage the election process here. You see, if there are errors, NDC does not correct errors.
They can point
it's
it
the EC that has been mandated. So bring that problem, bring it. And let's sit. And yet, they will not change anything. Because in any case, you can't stakeholders
are humanly manipulated errors.
So bring it forward.
Almost a month for I said that manipulated transfer of votes are.
Bring it forward, KOD. Bring it forward. We have other stakeholders. Let's go through. Resolve it together. Obia trima and fine. Jina one echi. Now party or papa or no now papa say Kenya. Oko obusu afo nyina aba say yenkwaji. Let's sit. Right table. You know stakeholders so. And yen this if one kwan no stakeholder election we mu. Because yen say adwuma ya no. We are going to win and win well. Yen pe blemishes bia to this winner ye pen. Let's sit. Just scrutinize it. If there's a problem, Tama, easy, why your registration now, or cast or limiting it to your friends say district centers, no
offices,
NDC can be, MPP can be.
By the way, there looks as
there were other political parties.
Why are quiet?
We are quiet because they say process new way, so we are not going to jam the gun. That's why we are quiet. Exhibition, and then last week or so. Yes, synchronize it. And son of register and a bare fool. I can say, okay, yeah, exhibition. Where money are you on my free? Where money? Now, for your political party, be and now when you have a challenger, I pack. We all go and sit. But maybe problem. They say, what could EC boss net way? The cameras are on you. One in the left hand, so much on the west here. Tell her your problems. You don't go outside and go and tell your party faithful say 17th. Matter. They say politics now, yeah, no. And yet today no, me my catch the can what happened. Say your generational leadership. The leadership of yesterday may not be relevant to any the course any. To be na ya to abewie na se dun kete anim say NDC for genuinely o ma lose. Na still ofra emeburu kogu street so. Kogu street so. Na koye jeje na okokota akoka say I don't have the resource. Enye bi newu. People are busily working. People are working.
All right, Raf. Thank
you. So onye bibia na
Mesaba
kan. Yebefa.
Mesaba ni ahwe eye like
so think through again.
Ba omia nsem no so kan. But my member kwam ho na afi yen compare the filing any nsem a PMT2 from the chairman of the National Democratic Congress and the former president and so did no atumubi yanko na yenti former president so nsema kan say omonko EC office
ye voters register no buy no ye hu enyoma bebre atosin e wo register no na say person abato no ekọ yie na asomdwe etna Ghana na ewo se election commission sorry eye omodwuma yie ewo se omohwe sa register ni yie na enyoma enye ewo register no mu omohwe no mu siesie ne ntem ansani atoaba nti NDC de ye chairman ene wa announce say ye beye oyekire bebia Electoral Commission office will be a district office. Sa Krodiano, NDC for Sa Dano Yabesha and Tadia, na ya demonstration at Koho. Say ye chiro my dream, say register no almost sorry and yahu bibi. Until on the 17th of this month, NDC is going to demonstrate. In every town that has an EC office, our chairman has announced it. NDC, you wear your t-shirt and you go and demonstrate to the EC office so that we can put pressure on them to do their job and do what they have to do in order to ensure peaceful and transparent elections.
The former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and also Ade Nano Aba Abetumbi. Mamenko Kwame ho na on that same score na yenre. Kwame. Aden sisi die na esi gidie no wahi na institution na akohwem elections so na according to the chairman say descend on the EC descend on the EC to descend there anodi o we can say descend on the EC kwame
ma menchao na menchia Raf, one chairman so. Opposition kakra. Omo ba be calling to so mu ekro mo nchae. And so Nyankopon tiasi. Na Yesu wu ye wanka from no sorry. E won anim nyam ka achakura aboso me miensa ntem. Amamu boni ya Ghana fo mu hu Madam Roma. Ye beje ho afim. Mu ye na mo chiayo. One child, yeah, Bapawa. Mitwana me Kaisa aka 3 months. I'm say, Kwame, yepa yeni. Nyankuponti, yeah, Bapawa. Na power na ebe bano. Kodi nye ya no tra keke na ye de kase ebe Bapawa.
Okay.
If you say about one sensem na ye kano. Akosibi oni say it's a process and not event. Eya ade a e sha sefi baby na akowie baby. Enya ade a ufiti ya na esi. Nti say o ko abato. Say oye individual, say oye cool, so oye political party. Na o say o pese wugina abatu bia. Enhyehyaya yedi gu akwanmu akopim ada ya beto aba no. Esese omo ani di akiri. So amu ani akiri. Na o tana ho ase ye ti e beto ma me, na nipa nyina beto ma me. Na register na ye de koto no. Ebia wo nipa du a wo mo na beto ama wo. Na wan kohwe register ni mu yie. Na ye bekwa akọ wie na onipa na beto ma no ye omu di afiri mu a. Election de nkoko tantokwa na emma because yatu din say brewe ya de ye register ho adwuma brewe obi amehwe so wan hwe na election day fancy yeti he na election day na ebeba na NDC for say we asemesi din nim we din nim a asem obi abeka na say bra ya de register na beto wo say mo mehwe mu din namwe so it's a process bra ya dru se si ai Ghana for amutie ni Ghana for amohwe ene say abato nwoma na ya de to aba na efe the voters register no adru say political parties any abato commission any omo a abato ho nsensem fo mu hu nyina no efi yani kochu awisi ni edhwe mu hu say krata na ya de koto aba no papa that is the stage we have reached in our electoral process so electoral commission and any nipa bi omo dwen te say omo te say MPP for no should get this right abato na ya koto na process you starting from baby you throw din limited registration. Baby, we are at the cleansing stage of the voters register. And until I diabe to will be a mission, na bibi wa hone nko yi a yachire. About kratano, ni ye mua. Na dika kasa about commission we nyo no about commission odika ya waba. Na we nya we ni about odika ya to Ghana. And until ye wo processes are ya na nso eja yesi new king new law. Sanka ni yie mu a ka ansa na yebebie krata na beto abonte se Ghana fo nyina mehwe no Ghana fo muntie ni yo yen amanyokuo na yena ye di mu ntintamaya yena ye abato na ye kwoto ye di kan de krata ne mayen e ma ye kra ye di kan hwem se bia bibi wo mu a ye betia abato commission na so abato commission ya ma migin mensa eda nu ya hwe bibia mfa om ho ombebo man no tena hwa ma ade ba bechi ama ya exhibition no ansa na omo de krata na ibrahim unim do omo ye na omo adwen ye omo se tatam ne de omo ntimi hwem se ade be cham ya koye ne de abrahim tatam ne de untimi hwem na ye
ne your assumption was
sa na omo adwen ye omo
wo na odwen se sa
na omo adwen ye omo ke odi bo munim se ndc this time ya alert say de ye ni si da ho no so within a day ni ahwe ngumani mu nyina hu mistakes e wo mu nyina Africa na for munti yes ye voters register so we ke odi na ebia bibinti oto aba osu bin but bibinti wakwa akodi mapa chrome adu chrome e wo kre and also person you vote no de call kre so I just say wo be nante akọ akọkire say mimi ke odi abato da na ye beto aba no madwuma de mekwa kopie adu chrome tumfa mento adu chrome senior high adu chrome presbyterian senior high school mfa mento ho na meto ma aba se wo wankọ ho a bibi sentimensi ye tiga na ha nyina sa na tie Africa na for abato commission ya agemensa eda nu nko abreso obi a onsole nkoye so okwa akoye voters register ya de krata ne ba ya no ni ayiyi nkofo bi free constituency bi mu do mako different constituency without the person going there to transfer any vote that's the way what be mu penyin so Ghana ada you see Cromwell ho empanimfo wom
you say a mistake and some of mistake because they're okay. You find say mistake because I mistake ma point out at you.
You find say a mistake. With all due respect to you, we are educated, we are teacher, what tried there for years. Your mistake and your deliberate mistake.
Mistakes.
You are there.
It's way deliberate mistake.
You are there. It's because you will debate my pardon. It be the same. Me de Kwame to Patrick. They say I made the account. The family Kwame upon sent to ya. So what you me din? Na bia etua no adwemboni ba otim. Wo pese me dan Kwame to ya. So I say now yi any free one aye no Kwame to ya. Make I just say hey nyam na me yi asante mama e no fa e kwhye ho. Ndi say me ko hwe me din about to omumanim. Na me din Kwame atua no na free ho e na aye Kwame tua me beka se we de ye error omo type no e na ama that is a mistake you can pardon but some me Kwame atua me sorry nko se yenyi me din fa nko me ma me krom atwa nga be just out na me nhyaya so na me to aba me nko na beba ni apagya me de makwa atwa nga be just out you don't call this a mistake
by then
and deliberate say o ma trust ye hu say oh ha say NDC for the nipa be 500 na wi ni sir how say so that is and the man is serious no
how will you
and then NDC for so nko na yi wo mo what say so busa
NDC for nko na yi
na ka and NDC for na yi wo what is that people for ka so mo so nko for be yi wo mo ke woni ko mo na ye di na post you
because we want to be the people ebedo hu say Kwame atua ana ke wodi o ye NDC ni tima me nyini free amfa no
Tamale South we're able to identify 56 of our members. Tamale South. In this current race, they do come. I have transfer or different constituency or man transfer.
So can there be other reasons? The other political party also transfer.
Yeah, fifty didn't come away. What is that people for so about the casse?
Also, other political parties.
And good. I go na the NDC MP. Your mama Canada with all due respect to them. We mean business. What is say?
Patrick Kasa say omu clean na so mo asem your
man. You see here Kroma. Ghana is the only country we have. Ya NDC ni ya MPP amene rafti ha ye nyina. E kwa besi se Ghana ne wo. Ti dumre bi na asem bi ba na ye di hu nkoma. Sa wo ya MPP ni mpo you should be able to say say ade we de enye ntie hwe ne nka ne ade abato commission ye e bo man. Let's speak to the truth to this electoral commission. You see, mama yen tra ko manya nya atwem saa de ko wi aka se ene eye na ya mena anyu.
Ana mo ka bia na e bo man. Mo ka bia na e bo man.
Se ade ano ti oyisi ti. So obi de ne ka be gina asira house ha. No de ka nanim e kire this side. No because baby o ko yi de obefa asafo interchange. So onye mo no. Ko baby aka nanim kire no. Asafo interchange ayese na ado amamu no. obi ye nyina ye hu sa de yi ekohwe ene ya hwa na se a omde akohwe amna num tu Ghana ni bia nim se se a ye da amnam enti ba bia abato commission na nam no se ya hwe an correct na as stakeholders and me use the word stakeholders because oman nya ndisi nya people for ngwa dia what I say that churches here churches ni bi wo members as many as 3 million ebi my investment even foreign partners foreign people or my investment to kroma say oba ya santemam ha say ya ye wo modern mofo bebre okrom ho obo ho modern ye papa Kwabena kese ye tini video so see obon ho modern why investment bebre okrom say that equally a lot of people are they are not partisan but omo investment mabom ho modern I take you years to achieve. All these people must be interested in common and this you because they about to commission mine. So
if
you see,
why don't you use the appropriate channels?
Appropriate channels and then
law courts parliament their bodies you can petition them.
You see,
for them to call them to order.
Okay, and I make can't be my chim na obi o ha on thing. And the time I ba say ye NDC for bi do makoko constituency bi afri mu because me before me kan omo de ye ne ye kan ye de nti ye di enkomo. Ya yi NDC fo bi e do makoko constituency bi mu se be ya ye be lusu seat bi no. Ye de kan de beto abonten kan. Ye de beto abonten na boto commission ni nyanye ni hwehwemu kwa no be rubbish ye be di atam. Se enim de ye kan.
Because your logic.
Oh nya botere. Ye provide the evidence ni ma omo no say be ya press conference say the NDC for kan yampa. You see, this is an electoral commission who is going to run an election that Ghana faith in Nigeria so. My goodness. And people are sitting in this country as if say omu hu de ekoso. Your responsibility as a political party say see who are there bi wo about woman nim ne nko yi a ye betwe Ghana for ne wo electoral commission wa adwasi so ya hu say ya yi nkofo afiri constituency bi do wa constituency bi a omo anko so omo kwa transfer ya da beto bonten dia to anim unya kura nya ohwehwe mu say asema NDC kan yampa no we dey issue statement about rubbish yen afi ya dey nyina so beto anim a hu say asem ne yampa no afi no asa be get my press conference say NDC fans am omo kan no e no kwenti na wunim unya nhwemu bia e na wo be rubbish asem aye kan
is it not a step say they are ready to do what is right
a step no ne dey be e chere ni patron ni some wo mu chi
obeji to me and chese ko betime still like I say well onyin to
say
audience oni mo akasa
Kewodi enkomo na ye di no ho he isi Kewodi enkomo na ye di no mo ma yem pretend say yenim asama NDC kan no mo ntia se o Kewodi with all due respect o ye intellectual o mo say wo tia as a host today but enkomo na me di enkomo am di you don't need to be an NDC to understand enkomo am di say time I raise issues to say these are the issues I are finding in the register no under normal circumstances esa about commission no ekoye investigations we say na NDC for kan eyampa wa kohwe o ti say NDC for ka say na pe and oba abontin issue statement be rubbish ye say some NDC kan nyanya no kre na say eyampa ya for evidence mra afede evidence come on na de chin na boss Manasara ya press conference agin some NDC kan ni nyina atum enti why do you have to come and rubbish it before so oba be jatum entabusa for oma jatum say sa bone no kom ba bedi omo jitum wie ye no na yeso aye ho ye election director yewura omane bo amane ni team akwa abato commission ho na omukosia say sama jatum dia ene na kwan ya yeso fa so say ye ya ade na ebe boa ye ne say ye wa adwumakuo bi a de omo sua ne say se bibisa enkoyi won kata se muni ade ade a omo mu ko school do mu ko sua ye no ye de ma omo na omo ya akosi boni frɛ brofo bi auditing na omo ahwehwe ma cheche bi ahwese obi bia ye kan ndi say wo abato commission no de why ye kire say you don't have the capacity to do it. Let's give it to a private firm to say KPMG no omo audit ade ne nyina ye hu say oh this year anomalies ni nyako anytime we have about 3 months ewom anu de ye ya ebe yu register ni ma clean abato commission mu no ya ku omunu ya ku de ye kan de ye ontimi nye na je say register phone na enkoyiye na omayiyi enkofo di afrim di bia kwahye constituency bi mu no eno na ye de kwato sa ban and you think as a political party we should sit down and watch this happen in this country and you see this is sa niema we mu nti niema we mu ni niema bi akeka hunti na yesi yan sign peace pact no because you see we have a peace council in this country with all due respect to them today about to commission peace council for mo your Catholic bishop conference me pacho Catholic bishop conference for the about to commission and some are make am hey say who they want that and some are who tie is it how an electoral commission a credible electoral commission I dey on my faith action should behave enti penimfo ni imam fo ni nipa kese fo amu okroma enti ade electoral commission yi ya ebebo man enti mu hu enti se musi mu hu dia na botre se omu so mu hu dia ana master senior you spoke for about 20 any be say me can we are talking about the future of this country ko fe be for man ya say o man ya be jo man na mo say yakuru ya na so mo ko yi ba o ya na o ko yi ba o mi anu o ri a o pie ko nipa ma ya be to be tie ma fe na ma be jina ya ma
Musa question.
Okay, what dinka manusi ya.
See na Musa question because I said something now okay on the business say the electoral commission ne juma ne sen. Is it onu ne juma ne so clean a register na yes and juma. And juma so hwese nya credible register.
Sure. Nyina ya juma
but ono na responsible so hwese I agree. I don't know the benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt no neighbor for me. Benefit of the neighbor for me. Yamao all the opportunities. Ya the man bia no afeli. Un demonstrate bibia you see errors na ye di hu nkomo no. Enya man no medical dem obese me san koma chia na. Ma kire wo say ye wo errors bi yo ho a ye betima ka say we dey partnerable we dey nipa e betima ye. Utru obi din Kwabena Owusu Dankwah no aye no Kwabena Owusu Pankwa ezo di no no sesa no no ye no p we can pardon you for that but in a situation Kwabena Owusu Dankwah 19 course ye transfer no na ye na free constituency bi na go e bi nsi wo ya bakwasa mu da satam kura na technology ni ho in the 90s 1992 1996 ye started democracy ye started your fourth republic na technology ni ho software in ni we simple no this kind of errors and see and to say sa error ni see now say young friend or partnerable mistake we cannot we in the NDC will never take that and you see say nipa bi e wo kro ma say mpanifo bi amka bi e wo mu ebi ma yo ma say de ekwo nyina omu hu ya the NDC is going to demonstrate on the 17th of this month every district bia about to commission for our office the NDC in that constituency in that district are marching to that I know they buy Al Jazeera for befa CNN for befa BBC for befa all the stakeholders peace council for now mo security pact e dey akolo obi akopɛ support no omu nyina ombe hunu we believe that when we do that it will draw the attention of people who are pretending you see we live in a country just some years back in about 8 years 9 years back we have institutions ibi okroma say they were eventually commenting on every activity that was happening assembly basically mo bia no mo ka asem fa ho ebini peace council for ya come wasem ebini Catholic bishop conference ebini all the other institutions obeti every issue they were commenting all of a sudden about we better akunya so no they are quiet omo voices ayira omo pen no notebook ayira is that how we build a country now your person who rough me no your person inherit in the future no is this how we want to is it a country we want to inherit in the future so you see
that's it
and this in Libya utie me yen as a party ye di ka kire mo say about we yen kokot ye we yesu tiasi ya Owusu ori yesu yen we enti NDC about we yen kokot enti ye me yen ni ada ho said the Mushaya de Bia a party programmer, Mushaya Mukacha say me and I may any other. Baby, I bet to say about to commission or 1.3% Bonia nobody. So what we have reached is to demonstrate and to be our one home. It is not violence, a peaceful demonstration. On 17th, every NDC member, Jumakwana Ukwejai, let's march to every district of electoral commission and speak to them.
All right.
Through that, people who are refusing to talk, people who are deliberately pretending as if who wake up.
But that's it. Thank you very much. Good evening, Kyodi and Sakwa from Cape Coast. Please ask the NDC man to tell us their stand on the Galamsey fight. Okay. No question. What the Abba Sakwa? I don't know. Good evening, lawyer. My regards to your panelists. I think when it comes to job creation, the NDC did better than the MPP. Lawyer, the NDC has a better plan when it comes to creation of jobs, as highlighted in their 24-hour economy manifesto. I urge Ghanaians to vote for NDC to change the current economic mishaps through the implementation of the 24-hour economy. DMB is just a talker, and as himself has admitted, Ghana needs to be reset. Thank you, Prince Kweku Ahima, Pig Farm, Accra. Okay, vote for JM for jobs. Oliver Jamasi. John Mensah organized MPP Cote d'Ivoire branch on essay. Dr. Bawumia will win 2024 elections because of the good works for Ghanaians. So far, so good it is possible. Phobia Wabwasi Tutuka or said there is nothing good in the NDC anymore because we Ghanaians are fed up with the NDC and John Dramani Mahama. Our only hope is in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and nothing else. NDC dear, never and ever again. Greetings to our two MPs, Kweku Kwati and Dr. Boachi Yadom of Obuasi East and West. Phobia Obuasi Tutuka and Oduwe Abreng and Anope. The two main parties are going to fight for supremacy on December 7th, but only one of them will win. We should bear this in mind and refrain from needless attacks and false accusations, especially when you are losing the battle. This is what will bring about peace to everyone. Dr. Kofi Amponsabe Diakon. Dr. Eda say, KOD, NDC manifesto is already falling apart. There is no substance, no hope, no ideas, and nothing to believe to the incompetent Mahama government again. Okay. Good evening, KOD said John Mahama will lose 2024 election again. Mr. Deadgood, Dr. Bawumia all the way. Alex Owusu, Cote d'Ivoire. Good evening. NDC will lose again from President Mahama's time. For President Mahama's time has passed. The grafts and the way Abraham. We essay has the IGP heard about Adwenkyere recent comment. Hello, he should be invited by the police. We say IEP as a Siwa, it is completely disingenuous on the part of RAF to advertently refuse to recall the series of demonstrations done by MPP Let My Vote Count Alliance Group. In 2012, Nana Addo demanded for a forensic audit of the voters' register, and it was done. Didn't Nana Addo and his MPP see the essence of channeling their grievances through IPAC meetings? The fact that there is no war does not mean there is peace. We are sitting on a time bomb, and it's better for the EC to do the needful. Okay. Good evening, KOD. NDC members should list all areas of irregularities in the register and publish them in the papers for all of us to see and know those constituencies. If they cannot do this, they should stop such mere allegations. Majority of Ghanaians are more awakened now, and they don't follow mere allegations. Samuel Entry, Anu Kumasi, okay. Osu Owabuasi Sikeo de Masa. Let me tell you, if you have business in Ghana now, if MPP and Bawumia come to you, I don't get you. Have to spray them water. Hey, Samu. All right. Anyway. Right. Mr. Host, this is a serious matter. Please, with all due respect, stop the devil's advocate. Let the MPP man do the talking. IB, watch what doing. So that is it. Right. We, as a good evening, sir, please, why is it that any party in power support all the institutions and the opposition party always have issues with the institutions? Isaac Kweku Sapon, Takwa, Isaac, Mesume Dwen Hosao, Asama Mesume Dwen Hosao. Debia Sanete. Please, kindly tell Patrick to say the truth. The question is how this, he knows that they were NDC members. Oh, how will you need to answer? Anyway. Right, I'm Nana Mwako from Enhra. I'm highly disappointed with please, someday don't bring it here in Pachopi. The continuous roaming of John Dramani Mahama and his supporters are doing indicate that they have lost the elections in advance, therefore preparing the minds of Ghanaians as they did. Mr. Hade himself. Thank you very much. Good evening, host. Please. I don't pretend that you did not understand what the NDC man is saying. You are not in my head. Anyway. Right. How will you trust an EC incapable of compiling a credible register for a general election? The EC's actions and inactions may plunge the nation into serious chaos if care is not taken. Let's be honest as citizens. Greetings to Etua Supremo and Aduwe. Abraham Mpeke just last one after Chief Sosu, future MP for MENA. So is ex-President Mahama now telling Ghanaians to protest against EC? Ghanaians should not listen to the whims and caprices of General Adwenkyere and NDC who have nothing good for the vulnerable Ghanaian. Greetings to my brother Raf and Dr. Ben Asante of Ghana Gas. Okay, enti yetraso elha. Raf, okay, but Dr. Bawumianso Kasembia, to me we need to look at it again. Say a nay on a driver and driver being a nam no kudun swim na car break it down no ja car in a si hono be tam de ko wale. Why this analogy?
Mamenyi ene market wa in free the two aka. You see MPP phone ka say Bibia EC bia we support it. So okay, once I catch us say when omo cars omo year registration war district offices no, we came to criticize it. But you see, yeah, we don't jump the gun. Process new year. Chadden yet.
I got 3 months. Less than 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, exhibition. Is under normal circumstance. Exhibition, they be free.
Doesn't mean exhibition. When any concern.
And you see, yeah, said we gave short code. Free. You are able to access and know.
So deal with
yeah.
In your constituency?
Yeah,
and everything will come.
General. You pick the source code and you do it and you get it. But you see, Etina and then because the Ghanaian voter is becoming more discerning than you think. Once testers need be busa say, how are you able to know say when we end this for until you mudi enkwa? And you say I saw for one kasa. They will talk when issue now will raise make logical sense. They will not come and waste their time. In any case, another person I saw for kasa. Now Kevin Taylor, ADD I saw for in atem. Why were the NDC? Kevin Taylor, ADD I saw for ni painful. Or say omu stakeholders mo. Odi o matem. Where was the NDC?
Does it mean that?
And do I need to tell you who Kevin Taylor is working for?
When it's happened, we need who evidence.
I don't have to tell you this. I don't have to even tell you. I don't have to tell you.
Doesn't mean says Obi Abedi Omatem.
I don't have to tell you.
More responsibility as what they are supposed to do.
They will come in when the issues that you are raising make logical sense. Because you don't come and tell me, Archbishop say, yeah, you did 3,000 a film. Only NDC for. It will never make sense to him. But when it makes logical sense, I want to say in Chebia, the Catholic Bishops Conference. I can't tell you, say, or make sure say, oh, yeah, near my ear. But didn't count. Easy and yet perfect institution. There's nothing like a perfect institution. We try near perfection. But and you're perfect. And there are ups and downs, baby. But when problems arise, these are the measures, they are resolving. And you see, the problem here on who said, sir, stakeholders no can move them. Say, oh dear, what if you now say, Debia, Jatebo, on Bebana, and Kraman Engineer, and could train a war. Da Jatane Bano, what's young Jatebo, Omuma? As a noise now. Oh my Jatebo Bekonan Carabine and then I'm one. Bekonan put in number. Some noise no. Say a drew bro more TM say Jateba. Oh my. Because already know. When you did dinner, Muba said no. I somehow walking. Nitel had any day. A former president. And so I could know will be answering the t-shirt. Right! And the Ghana for are more discerning than you think. Oh man, the man. No, enemy.
That's a peaceful demonstration. They should go to the
EC. Say and peaceful. No say yes. And the Ghana phone
let's move
you don't keep your children in the house and come and tell Ghanaians or messing they'll never go.
The job creation from both sides. But the Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumianso.
Me share say Ghana na ye wo. Was a triaka say we dead a MPP near this. Enti I say wako no plan station and our VIP. Now quite driver back ejina ho no say. Mumra me foka no me na 4 years ago. Me de car konya accident on Sanwom no. Ma nipa 20 wu ye ba say ma sesa enti mumra me fo. Now obi so say oh Me now, me di KOD, echia, esuya dia, ma say, ma be perfect driver no. KOD, car me no nesu one. Ube decided on before.
So when they decided they are perfect driver, now when they decided they could ditch, and when
Now the ono de wakosha mne mama ni pa 20 years was say my sister etu me funu KOD kwa ko fusa aka no. Analo ja me ya ne say the one the party enim. Amu contest. Amu lose by 1 million votes. One na akosha gata ni mu no. Ama ni pewu. And then there was oh my sister. Wa KOD wako VIP. No be say me na me no am konya asene by say my sister do me fu na be fu a. E wa wasem. Ghana say baby aye drum. Enye just talking. Political science is suya de be say factors be na ma obi winning elections. If you are organizational skills, if you want more you can resourcefulness, if you are, but at the about you from me the personality. And to kaya tema pre independent no there be an the personality of Kwabena and on was aware. The personality ne be will say people assess what you say today based on what you said yesterday or your actions and inactions yesterday. That's what people look at. And yes, it ends there. So people are going to ask you, wasn't now you are creating employment? At first, say, when you had the opportunity, again, now about unemployment. Was it the case? Okay, so what we university? Nase, what we university?
Why job creation?
There be no now, Casaman, Jarman, Mr. Jarman, Mr. I know what's some. Or the Jarman and
no, was say, and your papa, we now, I ran no president. And cry we university, almost more page man. Minister say, oh, and one day, so sorry, no pa. Now for Boba, Kona de Abeto, or for Bacona de Abeto, by Bosomeno, now when ya one trip, no atom, and no yajuma. And I saw fast a kind, now come room, now track esre, to track esre, or to track esre, now they are big quam, obi pibiamana poncha, now they are man of job creation. And yes, our papa way now, 2012. Nurses a real school. Etna fia coping so free a bam, one for one.
As it means, so I employ be cry, none at all.
3 batches from 2012 up to 2016.
Why employ be
the records are there. And on the buyer, power 2017 in your backlog. I be found. Ghanaian people will ask, Nanya papa we na, I'm on for share or mama school. Our far almost say omo shade. Na omo bo besia, omo bro besia 3 years. At the co school trade. Now I said me ma 3 months salary. Pay jai. The question that they keep on asking. So and so sa papa na sa be ka say, mema moduma. Then they laugh. Say let's look at the man talking about jobs today and read your year about jobs. Eti enye asem no oka no aka ne tra no afa ohodi. Yen say government is a continuous process. We are building structures ebeboa amadachi yemebunu no adwuma omomre. Into what we've laid mass emphasis on Tibet. That skills acquisition.
Where would I job creation? Okay.
Me funny.
Naka bese nyada you not me man chance no waka ba o me de na san your job creation mo.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Into the emphasis na Kwame.
Okay.
My too.
But the baby I would drop him here.
Sir, we are the land in the year na land.
It's obviously the Ghanaian people will ask those questions. And the message is as important as the messenger.
Also, questions, Busamo.
And the all can. Then the questions that follows.
More questions, Busamo.
Question the Obia will be Busa.
Because it's, if you're talking about the message, is equally important as the messenger.
Yeah.
Most more can say mobile and Yamaso a bebe form CD dollar ratio no beko form petrol homes and some beko form omamo be yet is caso accommodating all these things you said. So also what that question
and we
is
have
to ask you.
given enough reasons why the system is like that. Yeah, we don't run from our question.
And there's also about reasons why.
So Ghanaian people want to listen to you. The Ghanaian people want to listen to your mama.
Mate.
The entire one fight Nipa man. Ghanaian people want to know why he cancelled nurses and teaching allowance. And I bought Ghana for no. Ghana for person who's a questions. So a fat teacher for no much idea 3 years. No one to more can. Ghana for person on far doctors a year Juma 1 year housemanship. Our 1 year 1 2 more can. Ghanaian people want him to answer. So no there employment creation there. Ghana for person.
Let us see. We'll come to employment. Kwame.
Analogy now. Oh yeah, about driver name.
And you so many.
Oh yeah, on tell analogy about driver name.
I send the doctor we are not running here now.
Okay. Entikewodi. Say o car wato oven. Na me ayi wadom wato oven. O de o person de adwuma. E na auto oven o pe driver ade oven ne ba. Na nipa mi no abegina wani so mo ba interview. On buy no baako oye experienced driver watwika ni bida ena sisi a onika wo de ampa ai
onya ase ni agye ne
ampa ai wo de oka no ma me nyusu ono ane de na nipa ko no watwika ni bi pen ena okonya nkwanhia okonya
na rap bacho jano rap me bacho Mr. Jano
ena okonya nkwanhia enti bia ne ka no nyanye enti sisi a onika okay ono ne first interview obegina we okuta driving license ebi watwika bia be 20 years wako babia otimi kotamale otimi ko babia ba but unfortunately when your accident do mo kan no ntisi ane car no ye hu adwuma nti otifi oni adwuma ye no atese watoka e no waba we ni license bibia akire o ono we interview na wi waka nasem o wie ye no ena car bi twam totro bi twam hu ya se totro na tiatogatam kan frikwani makohwe gatani pu ahwe gatani mu a nipa ne bi na atete ebi nta atete na lucky mate ni ne de ohuye fast no hurisi na mate no no huri free kan na akohwe gatani mu no asi no no so aba be gina ho bi se mate se obobe do ka ma no na me so medi mate sa ka ye da amana yi mu kura no mena na medi hu mate nti ba ka na ma on bon trust ani mu da onim ba bia krochwo onim ba bia gi awo onim ba bia bibia awo KOD between these two people mate ni na ono ka na hwe gatamu wani mu no
awosua ka ni
ohuri si ye no wontra stia animu da otimi betra ono obusam se break way onim ba bia break onu bia crotch wo onim ba bia just like onim stia no hwe omum yenu hwan na do ka be ma
Eva Mobia.
Eva
Mobia. Because Obia they know the man the evidence you are giving me no just say Obia will issue.
KOD o drive obi fa car mo ka to na.
Of course yes.
It's just into the past so obi di car mo ka to no che say unim ka twi.
The degree of the accident.
Oh master o kasara mo o your knowledge me try. The fact say o do car na mo obi do ka twi no. E che say unim ka twi. Wasa. Obi on tenacity animu da. O di ne bet u jona busan say we den ya onim break, onim clutch, onim steer. Onim still start car kra. Any obi a twika pen ya obi di car atwi ni car ho pen. We dey don ka no di car atwi ni car ho bia ne car amwa ye ho adwuma. Within the two people, why na do car man? Na mate ni no the car man na. Se be obi car na free wo ya ademu kra be. Pe so ko pe driver ni foforo. Na that driver ni foforo na ba be. So analogy na woman, nobody in his right senses will give his car to a mate on Chikada when there's an experienced driver there. Whether the experienced driver no when you accident pay and that's why then. If the experienced driver is in good condition, now or you fit, no you bibia, obia ni wa obesa no the car come na mate ni but ni be this what the performance is here when ya go glass ni woni yode he is so confused woni be this afọ akra o traka ni mu sesi ya we busa say na e dey na fe ni break e dey na fe ni clutch so nobody would do that one analogy na we here no except bubo wa nobody in right senses will give his car to Obia, onim car, mate near onim car when there's an experience. Now, Ninkoma na Odia na Oka.
That's what we read.
Master, and I want to say the answer is on a Chrome Haiti, NDC ni MPP. Yain na Ghana Father Roma, omoto aba to mine. Abawi, can any be our kind of Christian who be him say NDC be winning, and I am pass NDC be winning. Na yen NDC for no. We are not being complacent. Say the fact say na Adwenkyere Dankwah kufa da momo yi ni amamo boni a ebe wiase ye hunu bi da. Mabe bo man ya say o man. Ya na omo kasa. Omo kan na John Muhammad twa teacher training allowance and lesson training allowance. You see, propaganda ne politics nti. Ana masa ankomo no. Omu di ye man to nipa bitirim. And nipa bibira be hu say that decision na ye take here no. Why? Why? Before say ye ba be yi allowance na free ho no. Ye be yi allowance na free ho no. Na intake in colleges of education average 8,000. Ke wo di take komo ya mi di yo. Ye yi allowance ni free ho no. E should to cost 16,000. In fact, na me boss ya me board member of St. Louis. There are minutes of board meetings na mame for awofo ni bi atro krata dia breast St. Louis for ne say aban di quota abasa allowance nti St. Louis ya obetuma fa a school 4,000 no allowance nti on fa 150 pa ye awofo no ya ye ready say be fee paying ye betu e school fees nti mama. That is the stage we got to. So this na take here no enye bone na na e pese di omo allowance nti school e betuma fa nipa 1,000 yes on fa 100. And ye allowance in free one. And my nipa bebre opportunity. The numbers shoot from 8,000 to 16,000. So, but for the allowance, there are a lot of people in the system now more from teachers and community teachers. And the Adwenkyere mupa ye allowance in free one. And yes, any punish Ghana for. It was to give room because training college be to say West School. Urama at the same university. So we are Kumasi West College da. Show facility. Omo asase omo bibia. Now, by say allowance in T, West School, can bet for nipa 500, allowance for 70. Now, crab is 3,000, 5,000 at top forms, near you 70 pay. So I just go back to tell me what higher, obey the room, protocol room, and penning for Kroma, man for the one for person of one circle. And see a tenant your own say, so allowance in this 17 tier, not any facilities, and yet a church for a bachelor there, and yet the other there. Why don't we take away the allowance? Now, you feed the imam. Enti yenya allowance ni keke time and this work kunyaso we bebre na nim see 2016 day the communication was so weak. We were paying feeding for training college for near feed about to feeding more and them buy on one to fees. So we took the allowance, introduced feeding, and yes, I increased the number no from average of 8,000 to 16,000. But politics in tea, how much allowance him, how much allowance him, how much allowance him, na dia yakra na say kewodi. A school for now. Ye allowance ni free hono enti onya opportunity to go wura school ni mu no omo abi na na say lead ade no na allowance ma na meanwhile second allowance ni kwa school mu kwantima wura ho. So that is ade I say ye ma obi a chat say ya metwa allowance ni mu because na amamo ni ntimi mu ye twa mu because we wanted to create more space to train more teachers. So be any people bro munya akonya me ya chechere for no betima and ye no the evidence was clear and as I said there are a lot of people bro system ni mu na omo from omo ho achechere for it is because of the decision of the NDC and John Dramani Mahama say ye allowance na front nipa no dodo na anya school ni bi nkon and mo ya achechere for.
All right, thank you very much. Ye ba na ya behwe job creation policies or these two political parties on ya hwe and unemployment especially among the youth a critical issue into your baby kwan if they get a nod. I mean, so at the same time. The Obenya nod, you know. How would he convince, especially those youth omunie jumano na akachom say ba ejuma bebusono ma yemra na yentwaso hanum na memfa other messages kakran twaso na fi yemra na yembewie job creation ho essence. Good evening, Kodi. Please thumbs up for the good work done. Please, NDC has nothing to offer Ghanaians. MPP all the way. Andy Cape Coast. All right. Not the no. A champion Kaguchi Electricals and so EDB Abrain Enumre. As the demonstration Mr. Adwenkyere is talking about is unnecessary. That is not a time. This is not a time to demonstrate against the EC, but it is the time of saying your visions, better policies, better manifesto to the Ghanaian electorate. We, the NDC and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, do not have time for this. We are selling our visions and better policies to the good people of the country. Regards to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Kodi, please tell the NDC to boycott the elections if they think the register will not favor them. Kwabena from Asantiachim Agogo. Okay. Anyway, as a good citizen, they will fight for what is right. Anyway, good evening, Kodi. I'm watching live from Manso in Kwanta. Ghanaians are living in fear because of the wanton pollution of our river bodies by the so-called small-scale miners. Small-scale mining is an euphemism for galamsey. Greetings to lawyer Kwesi Efrifa of O&A Chambers. I'm a Barumba head teacher, Manso Adwenkyere, DA Primary. Okay, yeah, that's it. Said Ghanaians will vote for the one who has good policies, from Jacob Kaswa. Ask the two parties, why is it that when they are in, okay, that one has been read already. We say, hey, you know what they mean to me more? Unix victory from Kumasi. That's a South Africa 4D. Okay. Why always these two parties? Can't we try a different party for once? Good evening to you. And only a young say to me, a young honma. Nanka try for first one here. Good evening, Kessben. Good evening to your guests and good evening to your cherished viewers, Mr. Host. What happened in Walwale yesterday wasn't different from what happened in Yendi, and if the one who disrupted the counting of ballots in Yendi was punished severely, what happened in Walwale yesterday wouldn't have happened. So nobody should be blamed by the MPP executives. Abdallah Ewo Yendi and Odiwe Abren. Good evening. What does this man want to say that we should stop going to work on 17th of this month and go on demonstration just to help someone's father and mother to enjoy? We, the demonstrators, will come back home and sleep on an empty stomach. No. Ghanaians are now matured enough. No politician can help us. He and his NDC executives should go out to demonstrate from Sokodria inside. Wow. Sokodria Yamishrao. Good evening to you all, especially the MPP guy. The NDC and Mr. Mahama don't have anything for Ghana. Okay, we SC media houses in Ghana should take it serious and talk about it the way EC is doing things in Ghana, going to 2024 elections. If care is not taken, things will be out of hands. From King Kaka inside Takwa. Okay, okay, we SC. Okay, Bawumia has nothing to offer. He's field member of the government. He's cover up for Akufo-Addo's bad governance. Okay, and also at the end. Right, Alex Ramirez, tell NDC man that he is small. Oh, sir. So, money should man his speech. Oh, into your new opinion. Anyway, all right. Alex said, how they right. I'm afraid the new Takwa and Soem road will not last long. If you ply the road, you understand it. Good night, KOD. Good night. Tell the MPP man that he should tour Ahanta West, Takwa and Soem, Enzima, and Prestia Honi Valley District, and he will understand the depth of damage Galamsey has caused us as a country. The pastors, indeed, has failed us as Christians. We don't have good water in Ghana, apart from River Volta, that I don't know of. But in Western region, I can confidently tell you that our rivers are not good. It says, Ghana, in Shuba, pe any Yankano, and no any Volta River. All right, we say, Bra Patrick. How can you tell us this story? Please say another one. Story, no. Okay, now, dear, because of Nanado, we are educated, so we won't go for any demonstration because NDC has nothing good for Ghana. Even they can't explain the 24-hour economy. Please, let Mr. Patrick explain it. Okay, they are Mr. Patrick by, and I don't know. The Bra Patrick, okay. Bra Patrick, okay, no. On we so dear diaba. Hey, a check. It is only in Ghana where a rejected and failed president can tout himself as experienced president. On what basis can Mahama consider himself experienced person? Mahama is only experienced in corruption, but not in governance. Kekusi, I just saw say, Mempeke last two, Nafi Yemra. JDM's accident is not a small accident. Accident into doing so with high electricity bills. One for the Amba. Nana Mwako Ewen or say, good evening, KOD. Please, it's not true that the intake of nurses and teachers training institutions has been reduced because of reintroduction of allowance. The intake has even been increased. Yes, that one I know. Right. Okay, Miyanko, a policy on. Huh?
What's the quota system? The number, no. And I just
I was telling you, previously. I gave you figures. Even 2016, teachers of modernity was 16,000 plus. Proud to that. So what are you insinuating? The all can make now. The test and can make us. I have not said that here.
If Utra teacher training allowance me, and I shot up to 16,000. As you speak, over 48,000 teachers have been enrolled. You two or Moka. I just said someone has managed it better.
Yeah, they are not only Hannah, only 3 years. You
policy on employment. Maybe also
Unim. Sir, Odewano, that we say, okay, I know, Srenamika said, Unim, so Unimajuma Unsrubuni.
That will be a shot.
You have 10 minutes to do.
Okay,
Medasecurity.
Rafi, you're not time. Maybe 10 minutes, you know you're awesome.
Antiquity. Sir, Odewano Quebec say, my restore allowance. Not 3 years, Obia Cotton School. And fear me and son. One year back, no real school there. Can this bet my view?
And you're no credit.
So, what do I know? Say, what do I know? Announce say, I have restored nursing training allowance, teacher training allowance. Now, in fear me and so be school first year, second year, third year. Oh, nursing need to go alajiba me anymore. So, teach man. Oh, nursing school no jananum. Yeah, by we have bring the allowances. Also, no sana ya wakano.
Was it 2
months? Okay, and again the page and again they say so muje na deba misro. So yeah, na.
Maybe no be ticket no. Na ti akana na
time I can no be to train. That's na okay.
This body. And the
was me masama make am. Ebi anu obi to train obi sika mu no. Sinam time no kasa no. Ana ma edi. No obi to train maka asem. And do you mean do atem? I'm only referring to what you said. Mean do atem. Unim. Etina meka obase mi jai honka. Oko ho no ma no say. Enka oye flag bearer, oye vice president. O ko nursing training school. O the allowance na ekodwa wanum. Ka the first thing I obey say Bawumian team. Tin you say when we enter Ghana more no. If they were serious team omunim do omo ya. Enka obedi ka check the current state of allowance na ye di kodwa wanum no say etesen ye tuadusen. Vice President Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ko gina ho na odwa nanum say o ye bae nurse for ye the allowance amamo. O carry na nkwa na edi na ba ko pagya ne nsa abaya bi. O bae na o say mampanyina be de akira o pe mampanyina di a ye beto abati a o di dwo anum say mo bae mo de allowance aba. Me ba school 3 years ni. Na watch aka na watch pe na matro me fa na paper na mawi. Me nje boso me ba kokora da. Enti allowance na wo da be gina say watua no. Ewe.
Let's talk about that.
Afedia that be say asem any dance etwa bi di dance say kana Ghana 40 enti say wo de wa no keke e na wo de ka say ma restore allowance I can't disbate my say wo de wa no don nwere ebi mo ti allowance na mo de ma no keke restore ne there every government can do it enti ya ja wan say me can. Now let's talk about job creation. Say wo pa ban oba o create permanent employment o make effort say emabunu benya adwuma eye permanent enye adwuma eye na ada te se napku but adwuma unya eye afebo a eye ndisi on say ye buy na nyankopa adom ye establish 2 public universities on say Ghana ha open party or bar otimi bie universities a eye ndisi UDS obi anim out of the 10 technical universities, the then polytechnics, 7 was established by the NDC. Into your record, tertiary sector, Obia and Timin Breaki. Into your buy, you the 2 universities, Baku Sunyan, Baku Hu. Sa universities in Nunkuano, and Ghana Fwa, or Mabununi per Juma, close to about 800 permanent jobs. We are up cool. Say you has 4 5 6 7 we a gardener. Now the door mo gadi mu krampa oda pay rules senate ye ti bibia eya adwuma papa ye wie ne ehun say nurses na no work no unim say obi asende abrem say we school 2020 besi na imposti no oso okonfomena nursing 2020 batch besi na 4 years what na fe imposti under your government. It is not Tiana why you don't want to say NDC for now amount for NDC for time na amount for we nursing interview no 4 years. We school on other son and I'm ho yen farm. Omo batch no for omo 2020 batch no omo certificate 2 years they are still at home. Ghana ni bia nim. Ada yesi minim de meka na. Under your government. But the NDC here and say sebi so obi a nurse ni KOD. Na okosua nurse adwuma na owia. Ontimi meye adwuma o ba bia age say hospital. Nti ya adwen say you be expand your health infrastructure no so they be betima accommodate o.
Ti omonko school na omontra ho an kopem say expansion be ban.
Nothing na on say udi nkomo na unya host a we intelligent say ya boa. Nothing na NDC manifesto ya en launch ye de migration policy program na ba be shemu. Say ye see hospitals MPP first start agenda 111 is a good policy. Say nyam kontompo ni atra. So we scaso besi hospital ka o si 10 bia no yes na say obekate sword 100 na besi na ba kokora unwie but there whatever case abeka no
asamo kan no asagwa country
me can say whatever case obeka no so obisi hospital ya ne papa that is the bottom line and say besi hospital ni be wi ya be fa wo mo no e bi ni say bi matena fie 4 years obi send me say watena fie 4 years no 10 this manifesto muntie ni mo watena fie 4 years no muntie we ekomo mo ya the migration policy be bad the be any say NDC aban nyame ya adom na afi ebesimu ye ba ye ne other countries are omo lack sa skills no to say yeti Ghana hey UK for omo de exams bia ba krom ha KOD so ye nurse ni na utro na pass pe na wa be fa call last year nurse say call ye nko according to Ghana Midwifery and Nursing Council to UK nko was over 6,000 the children say omo the quality e wo Ghanaian nurses into NDC abasi ya ba adentina government approach UK government nyan kan tro mo say ya who say your nurses mo interest wo mu this time government akasa person dey your policy na mo ntre nurses dodo a mo ye den mo hia ye obebre wo fi o ma wi school mo nya adwuma ne fo mo mre mo say be contract cra 3 years 4 years na mo ba be enti eno ne ade NDC dey ba wo obi a wo nursing wo obi a wo physician assistant ne ade a mo tifie na ade NDC dey share manifesto mu a social contract ne Ghana for who rather come out of my eye betim do kopie Germany betim do apie UK betim do apie US based on the migration policy no enti eno ye ade ye de ebeye na ye 24-hour economy no eno so ye dutwamu a na obi busa ya kire mu a before ne de say obi 9 na o say unyane na ke odi go bebre pa because on 9 24-hour economy nchire mo ya kire mu nyina no abi before ka trom communicators raf mo say mo kotara mo kase entiase but Ghana for say omuso fa bibi mra na nka Ghana for ye nchire mu ne so ye entiase asatena omuni policy bia omuso dia beto ye dia at least ye dia ba omuso omo entiase ba Ghana for entiase nti na mfa say opportunity na msa nchire mu bi 24-hour economy no ne tofa ba nyina ni ye ti Ghana hey ye mabu na omuni adwuma nye no enya afi na omu wo school omba be wie say de na obusa no ye wo thousands of them on my school bi kuta first class bi kuta second class up and there dey omutifia omunya adwuma nye and this all solve problem na if you be short term and long term emprempren okapuni be ka se emprempren ya dey na we na afi da achi so dey na be and this ne president Mahama say Say and this senior people, you know, be a promises or bar, or be a obe creative factories in ade. But so I basic factory crumpa. As an Albania say, I compare fans. Our basic factory be you be a open nipa no be 4 years and 3 years asem. Nipa na omunya adwuma nya no so no. Omutifie ene ye omupa adwuma enti die na be. 24-hour economy no to fa bo nyina ne say. Adentina companies say established businesses or more dada. Omu ye adwuma no. Government approach you omu na ye provide incentive package bi ma omu. Na attract omu nya adwuma na adwon ka ho no omu pa nipa. Anunti se bia KOD Company Limited who provide the funds. Ya hu se wo ye adwuma no pa no nsia no opon anwumre no nsia. Na mom enka wo demand ni bibia kire se ka betima ye adwuma na adwo aka ho but o se cost ni adade bia no wajai. 24-hour economy ni de de ba ne se ye ba KOD ho a ensi KOD Company Limited abai pese wo ye adwuma na adwo ka ho. Na ye mfa ya no track keke na eka enam sa aban pese wo ye na mabu no amutifie omunya adwuma nye no obenya bia fo mo ye adwuma ntino enka ne ato a obetua na anadwo no sanka wotua 100 cedis wana wa bia ye toto ama 50 cedis eniema a wo kra e de be ye fonso no sanka na wo duty no wotua 100,000 Ghana cedis na wo de clear container bia ye de ba 50,000 Ghana cedis ama afi ye wi a ye nja wo sa ko wo produce ne ma ni nyina wi a wo be pese bia wo de bi be wo be export wo de akwa ye establish export council President Akasa na be chairman. We said it at our manifesto line.
Yes, yeah.
Say who you never know person we export to so. There's a council in place. Omo be ensure say we never know what my then. I export to the akọ. Say KOD ejitum say oh when yes had there 24-hour economy program me sign on it. No ye adwuma anadwo. Now o me ye anadwo ni dey because 24-hour stretch no. Untimi mfa nipa mienu. Per world standard dey say mfa nipa miensa. Because you see a we are saying for be adwuma why adwuma 8 hours so o man pon no ko nti afia be 3 nti se bia KOD and I know this screen etale so of phone ho a and ye fan na se ehia nipa miensa o this screen betale so ti ba akokọ nti ye say one job 3 people what I say ti ba akokọ beko no apon awia na obi abefa apon be 9 na obi so abefa na dwo no amade ache nipa miensa straight away so obi timpotem ho no awie school no onya adwuma anya an opportunity has been created
estimatedly how many people and more deduce mo project say this 24-hour economy na mo dey ba no ebetime employ na etime eyi unemployment unemployment rate in so Ghana
untimi give specific figure
at least you can project
because yes sense na me ba because it's a program that over turn idea and the businesses for the business to sign on.
Yeah.
So before say obe started initiatives no untimi crampon and project. But say common ayedi if businesses are Ghana or more running or especially the manufacturing center no or more stable no. So omo be sign on even 70% of them it can create more than 1 million jobs.
If 70%
of business
are to sign on. Businesses are to sign on
onto the 24-hour economy program. Can create no less than 1 million.
1 million
straight
people.
Away. Money.
Okay, so another question is that our big towns, Kumasi, Accra, Tema, whatever, small towns, no, so the 24-hour economy, how will they benefit from the 24-hour economy?
Okay, so we are Juma Kessben. Obe Timata now, but now we are Juma Kessben. Even you. Yeah. And say 24-hour economy about company bu wale. Okay. Now we're signing on to now obi here nipa 1,000. Are you saying say nipa wale ngwa?
Me explanation.
Oh yeah, me say question am for because me answer am. Enye nipa wale kuro ni mu nko a. Obi ti janga, onim janga. Wale ho. Obi ti bande baby a nansen nso ko hohoro omo bridge ese omo ade ama mampanyina be de akire helicopter kosi ho a nansen nso to me ko last week nso na asa bu asa no bandefo obetuma free bande aba wale aba ye 24-hour economy adwuma. So the fact say owo rural community no enyi wo free 24-hour economy because you take Ghana has here KOD you take Ghana has here obi te tamale oye adwuma wo tamale but the family wo e bia burger.
Okay.
So it is not necessarily just because you cannot benefit from 24-hour economy. No. Adwuma ni pie na se paya anagalam say paya obi free esirem ebe sene ebe chamanso ebe ko hona adwuma no So the job creation, you know, obi to say as mom because I say me were croquet to minister company say it took much to see and say events a Kessben assigning on to 24-hour economy. Now product Kessben producing or say funny patterns too. Nipete kumase ne de chamso ne Adwenkyere ne benya djuma. Da bi obi betuma te krampo afrisirim na oba apply ne afa no. So I say and 24-hour economy na edi hu nkomo no. Eni gisema esa won say ensa nipa mu. You don't need certificates.
When you need a better of another problem about congestion at other places and so we migrate free baby ababe juma why not say baby corona nipa no?
No, I am only answering it to you, say. If say nipa corona area no, ebi ni ho a, say juma settle area bia. Ghana, you don't need a visa to move from one region to the other. And to say adwuma na apply wa say now who expertise. If you go there and apply, you will be employed.
All right.
And see, me dem no say na me can say 24-hour economy no. And say nipam. So I go school. So we go school. So what certificate? So any certificate. 24-hour economy come on adwuma ya. I didn't no need to na me wie. Madam Fobi wo ka say or so me. Law court to so me. Where adwuma e bosses are no upon. Say ene ne kokasa. Nese ne so me no na adwen say okay ne plywood no be bi no aye adwuma na adwo aka ho no assign on to 24-hour economy but okoye adwuma plywood mo so me ya the PhD degree na eko so 24-hour economy enter be before no abo mo pose no mo so unique
all right
eye ade a che say utimi you know say this for den kura no mutimi nya dey because e ka ba obi antin ese obi abedidi because so work school so unko school 24-hour economy will locate you 24-hour economy ba ama Ghana mabuna nya adwuma ai
Raphael my mention mo policy or kind of policy your policy onko kind of policy yes
omuni binti no makaria
German
can security na dey and ono so be ka ono ne dey enya me dey no
policy Raphael me too
15 minutes.
Mama na 10 minutes on.
It is all the make
policy. We're talking about policy.
They
do time you will explain tire. Oh, better your mouth 10 hours cra the obekano which him and one which him. What's I mean no dim come earlier on make I say the message is as important as the messenger. Free SHS, the track system by. Now yes, enrollment na koso. But we can't afford to build all the structures before edomu nyina aba. Inti enka adwen say ye ma kwan 3 months. Now what we do now a dina dawa 3 months. Now ebi ma kwan no ma ba fie. Na ebi akọ. Eno dwoma ma say two shift no. Osi nyansene. Eno two said the beya we will economize the resources are you want. Eti oka Ghana for no almost 3. The way we are struggle. Now, and there might be one more. There be a makase. It drew Christmas. Nobody tell the tailor. So on bon night. So we are down for a seamstress and a tailor. It drew Christmas. Or say me bon night. I didn't know bon night. The demand is there. So there are some, and there might be if you don't create them. I say school near Okope school prefect. Now I say me some more to abandon my be school prefect. I'll make sure see entry exams be 1 year. Obey me 99.9. But the question that you ask, how feasible is that?
Until 24-hour economy is feasible. We also deliberate inducements. Oh, so Oshama Mount for deliberate.
Baby, I nyame adum enam Baumia any MPP are buying. You drew no. If you are able to create an Emma Kakrabi in addition to what we have been able to do, we don't worry yourself over those things. If you are talking about 24-hour economy with regards to financial services, with digitization, I can do whatever transaction that I want to do in 24 hours. Production sector, those that have the demand, there's no policy that's guiding them to do 24-hour economy. Go to the cement or more cement roofing sheet in it. Once the demand is there, it's LL Mona a more. Now, the resources is not there. If you ask people to run shift 3-hour shifter, you go and see people sleeping abroad. LL, what's doing 24-hour economy? I don't know what the energy man. And then timber anywhere. Once it's not there, so the here was here dream and sana. If someone want to think about 24-hour in certain areas, no, they have not taught it. Like Odi, it be a Santa region, any greater Accra. And now, Oko DVL, almost a month for queue. And from January, actually June, you not go and see queues there. But in Biana me offer Joe Seusu. Tamo DVL boss, Obuama in your private garages are almost be DVL humanity. To be honest, if you pa deco, my reporters uncle. It be the whole day no money about. Say, your digital system no a year juma, Ghana and Chile so say, and near be one more, and ne yent me and position ye who yenti. I'm a nipa bo personal. Tomorrow it will not be needed.
What will you do?
Oh, okay, let me come in there. Auntie Kyodi, yes, said now we are moving into the digital system. Auntie, we are going to take 1 million Ghanaians, train them very, very well in ICT. Now, me know your cousin be. You see, my cousin be with US, and now you know about echo and also no on your IT. Why? Obet me your German with US obet na kumase ha. Wasuya coding nesane obey your Juma you be tuanica every month. That's what we are looking at. What is a SNET? SNET Equator app was a software. The cost was around 78 million or so Ghana cedis. It was huge money. So when we train people, 1 million people in this area, either they are going to create more jobs by building up small companies so that they recruit. It's the says so be enya sa knowledge, you know. That's what the nipa ba kubeka ho. Indirectly, we are creating like 2 million jobs. So do bit me BMU ye as we bit ma 5. Then we are creating employment. And to be honest with you, this is where we have to go now. That's the avenue that we have to go. After you say, you say, your grammar education no, the MYN. Yeah, kosunya chiwempo, ya beba out no. So now we are moving into a different system. After a crowd be real no, obey school no. Now say yes, semi-kura na he's able to do something on his own. That's why we are investing so much in TVET education. Say a crowd be real no, not already. Hands-on skills are, but they be juma. These are areas that we are also investing. After you say, now instead of buying BBR, now buying all the contract, now a creative problem now. We are now going to allow the private sector to sign on, then government will pay little by little. And if that comes into place, KOD, we are creating a big employment for people to work in. We are setting up SME bank. KOD, you do tambia as a young guy. I dream be about me team 7% production kakrabi. Me call banga collateral you be demanded fawebra some papa NC dan and oni asase bia adwen no come trim pe. Yes now. Go in there, there are consultants there, talk to them. Seed capital we here no, it will be offered to you so that you start something. Again, you buy near say a bar. Apprenticeship. Idea now. You have to serious. Even why they are doing something of that sort. But see about baby shemu cannot you discuss me baby shemu. What are we going to do? So what's my senior high school? But person misuya masonry. Your mount the opportunity to choose a master that you want to learn with. Every month you'll be paid stipends. Every month you'll be paid. To so baby, we are your startup capital. Any tools are or the then you start job our person. After creating employment, I did be my baby say, yes, say, who be here, and it is real. Say, you hear more lawyers in our district, you hear more lawyers. Say there are issues be on more, they will come in and help. Yeah, but every district in our constitution, our manifesto, you be recruit and I be employ 2 lawyers so that they will deal with issues confronted. After MPP are buying say, see a bar, we are going to cut 3% of our GDP, then invest in the private sector so that they set up more companies so that it will recruit more people. Again, you see, cost of energy a big problem among businesses. So we are introducing solar energy. Relatively, it's cheaper. What's going to do is that a cheaper energy source, a better cost of production above from. So it will give opportunity for to recruit and employ more people in the sector. After adia bakwa yentimi nkonja ho mining. So what we're going to do is that we are going to make sure we regulate the mining sector by setting up a new commissioner. They will look into a commission where it will take into consideration various stakeholders. Say if I decide to go into mining now, inquire illegal mining, but what has been stated, say I was a mayor and a mayor. In addition, you see, establishing the mineral bank. You see, what's a bank mining cost effective kakra. But a do time be or no more when you give the opportunity for people, they make ends meet. And to be honest, if you go to a more legal mining now, either small scale or medium and large scale, you see the number of people more employed. Into the area, NSA, the bank will be there, and when you need loan to go into mining now, then they will give you loan, give you direction, so that you go into, so that you recruit and employ more people, so that they will help the system. These are a near man, the attitude draw, your name say Ghana for my opportunity, even though yebi, but we still believe say we can do more because we stated say yeba bemu. We can boast of 2.1 million employment opportunities. I'm out for years. Obviously, it will happen. But you see, we have the plans to make sure that people will be satisfied with employment.
Thank you very much. Kwame, 2 minutes wrap up, Mami.
KOD.
We have just 2 minutes. Wrap up.
1 million jobs. So-called 1 million jobs.
2.1
million. 2.1 million jobs. And unemployment fee 7% called 14%.
No, unemployment 4% in Ghana.
Now it's 4%.
It's 4% in Ghana. Under the NDC, it was 5.3%.
The last time,
what was the last time?
The last time Ghana Statistical Service published here was December, the last quarter of 2023. And I'm publishing.
Go and get your facts right.
February.
As we speak now, it's 4.0%. It's 4.0.
It's negative.
It's 4.0.
I'm publishing. The last publication published here was in February this year.
That is
yes.
Okay.
And that February this year publication on McCain, which was in reference to the third quarter of 2023, unemployment was 14%.
And first quarter is 4.0%.
Oh, senior.
First quarter.
Oh, and the who created 1 million jobs? That unemployment free 7% to 14%. And contompo, munya san examinica. Unim, and this is Women's Bank. Asem. Na you focus no do na koye bosiana ya debema mame for na interest in new. But don't say Women's Bank na nkasa so and itself will create a lot of employment. Because every district is going to have a branch of the Women's Bank.
Which will employ women.
And say na Women's Bank.
It's a question.
Digitization.
School, more marketing, more accountancy, banking and finance. Women's Bank and this CD home common. And yet Bosian go ebemo. Except be creative space, that's how accommodate.
Thank you very much.
So I to say, say, yeah, district bia ye be minerals commission office ho ye bia EPA force
be the final say
yes okay you see and never we are agree we don't need physical contact to do banking so you are
depending on digitalization and Mosabe employee. How do we marry the two? You had your time. Just keep quiet.
Okay,
Raf, Raf.
Doctor say, Nyameboa near man opportunity. Now, obey president. You don't need to carry a bag of money to buy anything that you need. You don't need a bag of money. As I know, started this credit score. Ebeboa ama. Jume DB a person DB on your own. Obey master. We and a drain Emma employment. Now minu amudebi no more kase. Yes, 100,000 napko. You see, napko ye buy unemployment situation and never hono. And ye agree nipa to me drain to make sure say that youth na yenja omo. So, and to be honest with you, most youth are almost called NAPCO no. Meaning about 40% are gainfully be employed, and we are still working on it. We have what it takes. To 8 months.
Now NAPCO now. 8 months. 8 months.
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Kwame. You may see Hania Soresi, but they could appear as Arbediaco or no, and I said you may be able to set post in the camera no echi at the mine. Whitney at the show no at the mine. Nana Kwame Sunday every sound and so at the MCR4 or more a boy and a nay yade Adwenkyere at the Bremiding at the Kwabena Owusu Dankwah. Yami Aduma and me Pem Besatianka. Bye bye.